away. Let me take it back out because I want to roll some more. I want to roll some more lavender, and I need to roll them a little bit thinner because this one is just, it's thick. It's not going to smoke well. These are tobacco-less, drug-free joints. These are drug-free joints. I've got lavender right here, and lemon balm, and basil. So, like I said, drug-free joints. But I would like to roll some just so that I have, like, my collection gathered, you know? I'm gonna take out my papers. I got all my things. Oh, wrong one. Just rolling some drug-free joints. Herbal, like literally herbal, drug-free. Rolling some lavender and lemon balm and basil. And look at these. So I was a little upset going to grab my papers because these are the papers that fit with my thing, and these are the only papers that they had at the dispensary. So I had to get them, but oh well, I'll make do. So I've memorized where to fold it in half and lick it off so that I can rip it. That's, if you don't have scissors, a nice technique is to fold it where you want to make the cut, take a lick, and then it's moist enough for you to rip it. Just like that, right down the seam. So, and then now it's roughly the size that I need it for me to roll my herbal, drug-free, no drugs, herbal schmigarettes. Schmigarettes. Uli H. Hi, Uli. How are you tonight? I'm just gonna roll a couple more, and then I was gonna pull some tarot cards. I have a reading that I want to do, kind of selfishly for myself, but if it resonates with the collective, then it resonates with the collective. That would be great. Hello. Join me as I roll some herbal lavender, lemon balm, and sweet basil cigarettes. Or joints. Herbal joints. Oh, wow. How did it jump from 2 to 18? That is wild. Annabelle and Savannah. Hi. Hi, Rodrigo. Diamond Heart. Hi. How's it going, everyone? How's your night been? Hi. Mr. Pickle. Hello, Mr. Pickle. I like that name. Good. I'm glad you're having a good night. Okay, so after I'm done rolling a couple more of these lavender little J's, the reading that I want to do tonight is, Mr. Pickle, you're a YouTuber? So cool. Hey. So the reading that I want to do tonight, like collectively for everyone, is, should you take them back? Should you take them back? And what do they really want? What do they really want if you take them back? What is it? What energy are they really coming in as they come back? Like, are they coming in with that same old baloney in that knight energy? Or are they coming back in some like king or emperor energy? How are they truly coming back? And is it worth your time? Is it worth your time in where you are in your life? So that's, you already have your answer. That's great. Oh, thank you, Annabelle and Savannah. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Diamond Heart, I'm glad you already have your answer. For some of us out there, we don't have our answer. Licky lick. I think I put less in this one, so it'll roll tighter than the last one. The last one didn't roll very tight, and it's loose. You don't want a loose joint. There we go. Oh, You're going to your friend's house on Friday? That's super cool. Oh no. This one came out bad. Okay, well, maybe I'll do it later. Maybe I have one tight one. Maybe I'll just smoke a little bit of that and I'll re-roll those other ones later without, and then we'll get into this reading. Because, I mean, it's not very late for me here, but like, it's getting there. Okay, last time you went to your friend's house, you hit your head. Ouch. Ouch, what were you doing? Well, I hope you don't hit your head this time. I hope it's a safer experience for your body. I'm sorry to laugh. Fireboy flies. Thank you. Okay, so the reading that I want to do is, should you take them back? What are their intentions? So during the months of like May and a little bit of June, I went wild. I got out of my 12-year relationship. I was co-parenting. Thank you, Mr. Rogers. I was co-parenting and co-living with my ex for a year. Celibate for a year. And then he moved out in March. And then by May, I was going wild. And I had a lot of men falling in love with me, like men from around the world. Sorry, it was safer. For me, it was safer to connect with men from around the world because I wasn't going to get STDs. I wasn't going to get pregnant. But it became too much and overwhelming very, very quickly. Ooh, very, very quickly. And the things that I was doing, maybe I'll have a podcast about it one day, but like, thank you. Which one? This one I just fixed. Thank you, Mr. Pickle. This one, I've had this one forever. I got this when I was a teenager and an exchange student in Chile. And the clasp on it was broken for forever, and I finally fixed it today. And then I made this necklace today. Here, let me scoot it closer so that you can see. So I made this one today. And then I also made these rings today. And then I also made these earrings today. I was just in like a creative energy. So, well, and see, that's the difference. When it was like, thank you. I know I like the rings. I have so many stones. I have so many stones and shells. Thank you. And then I'm also, and then I also studied I'm taking an exam on Thursday to be a 911 operator. So I studied for that today. Anyway, to the reading. Like I said, I had a lot of guys falling in love with me. And then it became overwhelming. And then I ghosted everyone. I just ghosted everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. I was married for 12 years. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So like I said, I just ghosted everyone. And one of them came back, and now I gotta know what's going on. What's the intention? Is it a good intention? Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Please, what? Oh, yes, Mr. Pickle, I can sub to you. I would love to sub to you. Can I do it after the live? I'll look through and I'll remember your name, Mr. Pickle. I'll sub to you. Sure. You got to help people out, right? It was. And like, while I was making this jewelry, I was like moderating for another creator, Duchess Divinity. Go check her out. Her tarot is amazing. Look up one normal pickle. Okay, I will. One normal pickle. But yeah, let's see. Okay. One normal pickle. It's not a weird pickle. It's a normal pickle. Good to know. Good to know. Anyway, so I gotta know. Can I Do I trust this, or do I just tell him boy bye? Boy bye. So if you're in a similar boat, or if you're curious what the cards come up, well, take a look. We'll take a look. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to get back into it with a man who's all the way across the world? You know, okay, Mr. Rogers. So I've been watching the show Dave recently about Lil Dicky, who his whole Lil Dicky, I had no idea who Little Dicky was before that show. I needed a comedy to watch, and my younger brother was like, hey, you need something to laugh at? Watch this. And it's really fucking funny. However, all of his stuff is about him having a weird penis. Yeah, Lil Dicky's pretty funny. Well, and it's funny too because the surgery that he talks about that he had, my nephew had that surgery, so I was like, oh, my poor nephew, I had no idea. Lil Dicky is sus, or the show is sus, or Mr. Rogers sharing about his pickle indeed not being normal. I mean, if you want to share that on the internet, that is, for you to share. It's a free country. Sorry, I know, we're getting off topic here. Thanks. Reeling it back in. I was just saying, if you like comedy, Dave on Hulu is a funny show. It's a funny show. It's a good show. All right. Let's get into some tarot. Do I want this deck? I want this deck? All right, this is the deck that I want. All right, we're going to shuffle, and we are going to ask for messages of truth and clarity from the divine. Oh my God, is it worth our time? Oh goodness, is this a good idea? Oh, I'm already, so like when I ask the question and I shuffle, I like can feel and hear an answer in my head before the cards even pop out. It's been fun using the cards more recently because it's a medium that translates better with an audience. My main craft is like psychic energy reading and like going in a meditative trance state and looking at energy, but that's kind of hard to translate here online, and some people get weirded out by it. So like this is a more relatable medium, I guess. So thank you. All right, let's see here. All right, Spirit, only messages of truth and clarity when it comes to this situation. Do we go back? Do we entertain this? All right, one more shuffle. Do we entertain this? I mean, one more, please. One more. My spirit is just like, what more do you need? So what came out, I won't pull another one. What came out is the Wheel of Fortune inverse. So if I entertain this, I will continue. The pattern that I need to break isn't going to break. I'm not going to continue down. I'm not going to continue on the wheel. I'm going to stay stuck on the wheel in a pattern with abusive people. All right. What are his true intentions? What are his true intentions? Oof. I need a clarifier, please. Hi, Fiore. Yes, all right. So what came out, I asked what are his true intentions, and the Hanged Man came up. What are his true intentions? Can I please get a clarifier for that? Just one more. I mean, he's put it all in my court. He's sitting and he's waiting for me to make the decision, and I need to make the correct decision. And yeah, there he is. That's exactly what he did. He came in and he offered minuscule amount of money. So what popped out was the Page of Pentacles. So no, I said, you know what, even at the beginning, I said, I want to go in and I want to find out, is he coming in knight energy or is he coming in king energy? Neither. He's coming in page energy. What the fuck am I supposed to do with a page? What am I supposed to do with a page? The King of Pentacles. I cannot. That's hilarious. He said, oh, you want the King of Pentacles? Here I come. Here I am, the King of Pentacles. Look at me offering you a cake. Thanks, Fiore. That's sweet of you. Okay, that card's been coming up a lot. One more, please. One more with that card. The Page of Wands. This is my energy. Yeah. All right, so his energy. So the question: do I take him back? Do I entertain this? Clearly not. We've got the Wheel of Fortune going around, right? It's inverse, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, there's blocked energy there from me completing a cycle, from me eliminating a pattern that I need to eliminate when it comes around. Like, I'm getting divorced. Clearly, I make bad choices in men. And I was in that marriage for 12 years. 12 years. If I get out and jump back into something, what am I... what am I doing? But I did. For 5 weeks, I did. And it was all online, and it was crazy. And here he is, coming back in, waiting. And look, he's convinced that he's chained and that he's bound to me. And he wants to come in and solve all my problems financially. How, though? And he's like, well, I'll show up like a king. And it's like, So how I'm feeling... There we go. All right. So how I'm feeling, this is my energy, the Five of Cups, inverse. The Page of Wands, inverse. And Temperance. I'm very hesitant to dive in emotionally with these Five of Cups here, and I am scared to reignite and open up that passion again with the Page of Wands, and see we're mirroring each other here with this page energy. But yeah, I'm coming in as well as I need to temper my energy. I need... Oh, it's the Hierophant. I thought it was Temperance. Shoot, it's the Hierophant. I need my higher power more than ever here. And really, like, from the beginning, I did not trust my higher power with this. My higher power told me this is going to end badly. And it did. It ended with me in fear and not feeling good. Yes, thank you. And, like, what am I going to get back into? More loss and heartbreak and like not any passion anymore. Like, I just, oh goodness. Okay, so okay, hi Mr. Pickle, you're back. So I want to know, with this Wheel of Fortune that's blocked, like, what is this cycle here that I'm meant to be learning from all of this? Ooh, do I want to flip it this way? There we go. What else? What am I meant to be learning here? Obviously, with these two cards, the Hierophant, and what came up when I said, what am I meant to be learning in this cycle, is the, sorry, you can't see it, the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So, like, That's funny. Can I get just one more? Just one more. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, she just flew out. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So, the lesson here, the pattern, the wheel of fortune blocked because of these dusty men coming in here with this page energy. And here we have the Page of Cups inverse. So not only is it, God, infantile, that's the word that's coming through, infantile romance and passion, and infantile emotional energy to it, it's all just going to end up in even more heartbreak with the Ten of Swords. It's going to end up with me in my head with a bunch of mental energy and not being able to manifest for myself. The lesson here is to manifest myself and to use the tools that I have, because like I don't need to be underneath anyone for my survival. I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of myself. Yes, I need to have people in my corner that love me and support me, but not someone I knew for 5 weeks. Like, sure, yeah, it feels like a month and a week was like a year altogether, but like, no, man. No. um, yeah, this one's really alarming. Like, look at her reaching for her broom. Reaching for her broom. She cannot fly away because she is in a prison of her own making and being stabbed in the back. And the thing about 10 is that at least it's coming in upright so that we know that we're at the end. What I can do is I can manifest myself out of this so that I can end the cycle and end it and say goodbye. Like, you want closure from me? Like, okay, I'll give you your closure, but we gotta say goodbye, because it's not worth me emotionally withholding from myself for another person. I haven't healed that yet. And it's not worth me giving up my passions and what I want to do to build up another person again, because that's been my pattern with men. Is I'm a great partner, but at the cost of what? I'm a great partner, but at the cost of codependency, because I've grew up with codependency. Those were my main teachers. And so what do I do in relationships? I give to dusty men who just want a mom. I cannot be a mom for anyone other than my own child and myself. I have to be my own parent. And as good of a mom that I am for my daughter, I have to give that to myself and not for some man who already has a mom. I mean, I don't know if they have a mom, but like, I can't be that. I cannot give up my sanity of my emotions again and the loss and give up all of their dreams for everything I have on the table, and then my passions as well. I need to lean into my higher self, lean into my magical tools that I know that I have, so that I avoid the dusty, emotional, infantile offer, the dusty and infantile money offer that's ultimately going to leave me stabbed in the back. What am I? Is it okay? Who do I need advice from? Do I need it from the mermaids, the unicorns, or what? We're pulling on some unicorns. What do the unicorns have to say? I'm sorry, dude, man. Like, no, I can't. Oh, boy. Okay, unicorns. This one? Okay. And one more. I know, there's such a gentle energy. Like, and I feel like I need that. They're very gentle energy. And I'm looking, there's a lot of like red coming through here in this as well. Like, I see there's a red cape in the sword right here that's like flying off. Oh shit. That's like a man running off in the cape, like literally stabbing you in the back and running away. There's red in her dress right here. In this one, there's like the red little sack as well. And it's just giving Kundalini, whoa, energy. Like, I know for a fact this person, like, ignites my kundalini, and like, there's that red on the table. I need to save that kundalini, that sexual, that fire, passionate energy for me. For me. Okay. So what came through... Okay. All right then, unicorns. So, thankful. This is what comes through. Thankful. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for. Think about the things and people you feel grateful for. I don't feel grateful for this person. That was in, no, I don't. And then it says, and here it ties all back around. This is the no, but I dug into it to see what the pattern is. The pattern is accepting dusty men who put me in codependency, or who I allow my codependency to come out, right? Like, that's the pattern. How do I get out of it? I go back to the work and to the healing and manifest myself out of it. And then I do what the unicorns say, and I finish what I started. Block and delete. You started something important, and now it's time to complete it. Okay. And that was that. I know what I have to do now. I know what I have to do now. I cannot believe. Yeah, why do I entertain this? That's the better question. That's the better question here. Why? Why? Why else? What else goes with this? Why do I even entertain this? Why? Why? One more. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. So it comes through again, that kundalini energy, that burgundy red color, that root energy. I've got the 7 of Wands here, the Queen of Cups inverse, and the 5 of Pentacles. Because in the past, why do I entertain it? Because I feel like I'm on the defense when it comes to my emotions. And I have such a loving and giving heart, and I have the 5 of Pentacles inverse here as well. So that's like coming in from, like, not being able to come in from out the cold. So again, this is a very old pattern that I have of people pleasing within my family, of everyone pointing the finger at me and being like, do the right thing, Theresa. You know what happened. You do the right thing, right? Do the right thing. Put your emotions down. Don't acknowledge your emotions. What even are emotions? Do they even exist? And take less than what you deserve, because that's all we're willing to give you. That's all we're willing to give you. The love that you have received growing up has been met with you feeling defensive of that love. And look at all of these all these wants. This reminds me of like all those men coming at me. Oh gosh. Well, and then also this Queen of Cups, if you look at her, she's pregnant. She is pregnant. She's got a belly on her. And like, ultimately, that's what I want. I want a relationship where I can actually heal this shit, find a partner that we're not doing the codependent shit together, and then have a family and actually come in from out the cold and go into sanctuary. That word has been coming up multiple times for me today. Sanctuary. Creating my own sanctuary in my mind palace, right? Goodness. Why do I entertain this? Because you're still healing that family wound, and I've got all the tools to not dive into it anymore. So, is that complete? That feels complete. That feels good. That feels complete. So thank you for, that was for me, but also kind of collectively, and now I am open to any other readings. If you would like a personal reading, I'll pull some cards for you. Free, of course. I mean, unless you want to send some money to my Venmo, that'd be very sweet of you. But of course, I love and enjoy the practice. I enjoy going live with you people. So I got to blow some matching pictures with my friend Kenna, because she asked me a similar question, I believe, yesterday, and it was a very similar answer. It was like, nah, nah. There's some growing up that needs to happen, and this will stunt the growth process of growing up and adulting. And you know what? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I wanted so badly to be an adult. And now that I'm adult, I'm like, why didn't I just want to be a kid? But that's how I grew up. I grew up in a place that just was not emotionally safe. So it felt like the only safe place to be was an adult and on my own at like 15, 16 years old, which technically I was, because I was an exchange student and I lived in another country. I mean, I was with a host family, but my family was not there. My immediate family was not there. And the host family, they weren't related to me by any means. They were just, their kid was in a different country, so they hosted, a kid from the US. But even there, it's not like I was emotionally safe or, could be who I wanted and needed to be for myself. I did a lot of growing up, but like adolescent growing up. How much does a 16-year-old really grow up? I mean, you do the best you can. I mean, you mature pretty quickly when you're on your own in another country like that, but anyway, does anyone want any cards pulled for them? Does anyone have any questions, any inquiries that they'd like to take a look at? No? Okay, well. I want to ask, because this man, don't use this deck, he's a liar. I swear he's a liar. And I gotta know. God, so many, I swear, red flags, man. So I've been following a creator on, I forget her name, it's something, Princess maybe? But she's all about people pleasing. And when you grow up in a codependency and you are the enabler, you are a people pleaser. That's what you do. And people pleaser women, I'm curious if people pleaser men attract dusty women. I'm sure there's dusty women, goes back and forth. But the solution to being a people pleaser is to be a brat instead. To be a brat. So, is he lying? Is he a liar? Have you ever seen The Princess Bride? Liar! 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah. Okay, totally. Here, we've got similar cards coming up. Four of Swords, which in this deck, they have like little words for it, and this one says truce. So, like, is he a liar? Well, he's trying to come in and speak air and truth, but then we've got the Seven of Wands inverse, which came up before, and we've got Five of Cups coming up. Disappointment. Like, it's a no. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. So, anyone else? Let's see here. How about we switch the energy and we ask, what's something that we can look forward to? What is something, do I want to use this deck? Okay. Shifting up the energy, taking free readings if anyone wants to ask a question. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what is something that we can look forward to. What is something that as a collective energy we can look forward to? Ooh. something that we can look forward to? I just noticed in my body I felt really hungry. You can look forward to a nice snack or a meal. I'm going to drink some water. Thanks for the one person in here still going strong with me. Switching up the energy in here. What is something we can look forward to? What is something that we can look forward to? What is something that we can look forward to? Jeez Louise. One more, please. One more. What is something that we can look forward to? What is something collectively that we can look forward to? Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we have Justice, inverse. Ten of Swords, inverse. The Fool, inverse. And Ace of Swords, inverse. So it's like, that's a lot of blocked energy. That's a lot of inverse. What is there even to look forward to with all of that? But I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. And I switched up the energy too. So let's find it, even with these reversals and what they mean in terms of what we have to look forward to. Interesting. So what I'm noticing here with the Justice card is like Justice, normally they say Justice is blind and she's got a blindfold on. One of the eyes is peaked up. I don't know, it's kind of blurry, but you can kind of see that she's peeking through there. And even though it's in a blocked or a reversal, what this is telling me, especially with like the Ten of Swords in here, inverse here, like there is an end of that is coming. There's an end that is coming to what has felt like you not being able to have a fresh start. Like what has felt like an injustice to you in your life and what has felt like the final straw and the stab in the back is finally coming to an end. And yes, all of this feels blocked because what this has been blocking you from is it's been blocking you from the fresh start that you wanted. And this is finally coming up in order for you to have that fresh start. And it's a fresh start in communication, and specifically communication with yourself, communication with your guides, and having a healthier mindset, because the cycle that you've been in, down and out, it's like, I'm trying to take that leap. Yes, I've got my little lavender cigarettes can. It's nice to see you. I'm just doing like a collective reading of what's something good we can expect, what's something. And so far it's been like a bunch of cards inverse, and but ultimately what it's leading is that we're coming out of that. We're coming out of the feeling of injustice and the feeling of being stabbed in the back in order to step forward in a place that we felt like you haven't been able to step into, or not being, or like turning around the toxic mindset. What else do we have to look forward to? Ooh, what else do we have to look forward to as we're moving through that energy? And Kenna, also, you just missed it. I had a really similar reading to you of like someone came back, Kenna, and I was like, do I take them back? And it was like, no, don't do it. So what else do we have to look forward to? Yes. Oh yes, I love it. That's so funny. Okay, one more. Awesome. Okay. What else do we have to look forward through when we're moving through all of this pain in the past? That a lot of it is a little self-inflicted. Yes, there's other people involved, but it was like the injustice of a relationship, the injustice of like your own mental energy, like blocking you from stepping into new endeavors and manifesting what you want, like that is all going to change. And then be ready to bring in the manifestations with the magician here. And for things to get a little witchy, using your witchcraft, using your tools, even if you think you're a novice. Yes, go back and watch it, Kenna. Yes, it was very clear. It was like, no. No. So, but coming out of that energy, right? And truly, like, we don't, there's no time for that. We are in a time that is manifesting things and getting things for ourselves and getting the whole table ready. And in order to do that, so like what's coming from finally stepping in and like having a healthier mindset is these dusty men that are coming in with, blocked king energy. You're going to finish that cycle. Yay! Yay! Oh, but I bet you don't want to hear this, but you look so cute in your braces. um, and you know what, Kenna, that comes to this. What's coming for you, these manifestations, and what's coming for you is a nice warm home. You are coming out of the cold of not being able to step into those manifestations, either a home, a job, and then being in your head of like, oh, I suck. Why can't I do that? Why can't I? No, you don't. Your mindset is being turned around. You're stepping into those opportunities because you're making it happen. You're cutting out, you're cutting out the dusty people who are not going to help you on this journey. They say they're going to help you on this journey, but they're not. But they're leaving you. They're leaving you like this. In the end, you feel like you've been stabbed in the back, and there's injustice in I'm hearing the communication. Like you have to have one eye open in order to be around that, and that's not help. And you're finally going to come out from the cold and into what you've built because you're doing it. You are doing it. What else here? What else can we come? What should we? What else? All right. Okay. Yes. Okay, great. So another thing that we can expect, okay, the good things that we can expect, that, oh gosh, please recognize how wonderful, how beautiful not only you are on the outside, but you are on the inside, and how precious your energy is. Because we have one distorted male offer here that's coming through, and I was like, oh, I can bring you this material stuff, but not really. Yes, they are. So what you can expect is you are going to be able to finally tell the signs and finally see the red flags. Because in the past, the red flags have put you out of your intuition, out of trusting yourself. Yo, what's up? There's this, the emotional offers that are coming through, they're not mature. There's great talk. But here comes in that dusty page of pentacles again of like, oh, I'll just offer you a little bit. And again, there's the pattern here of taking less. You're finally going to be able to see that those offers are less than what you deserve. And I know that because the Eight of Cups is here, and you're going to be able to walk away. You're going to be able to walk away and say, oh, that was really immature, and that's not the emotional stability that I'm looking for. And When before you'd be like, oh my goodness, breadcrumbs. No, fuck that shit. Oh my goodness, a page, even more breadcrumbs. Fuck that shit. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see it, to hear it, to trust it in your spirit. And you're going to walk away without even looking back. It reminds me of like the crossroads, like how with the crossroads, when you leave an offering, you're supposed to leave and not look back. There's no looking back. Because there's a knowing with the high priestess here. There is a knowing of standing in your integrity and knowing your worth and what you actually want. What you actually want. So that's really exciting. That's really exciting. I just heard cut them off. Cut them off. You don't owe. You don't owe. You don't owe anything. Yep. Okay. So this is going to be like a huge, yes. Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see. One more. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be being able to like see through it and being able to walk away for yourself and that deep, intense knowing. What it's going to do is it's going to create a very beautiful, new, loving relationship with yourself. This is the Ace of Cups here. Sorry, it's like, I wish it was clearer and not so like fuzzy. But like I said, you're going to be getting into your craft and it's so funny because like I said, you're going to notice the red flags. Like, again, like I said, please know how beautiful your energy is inside and out. All of these cups have like these red rings around them. Red flags. And I just heard smoking gun because one of them has like smoke coming out of it, and she's completely turned away. She's walking away from all of those options, right? And what she is doing instead is she's coming back to her cup, filling her cup. And what it's going to do is it's going to get you out of your head, out of the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords energy is staying up at night and having nightmares, and like you've got, like, she's got all those swords on the wall of like, how can I use each one of these mind daggers to just dig myself even deeper into a pit? You're going to come out of that as you do get into your craft because we've got the high priestess and the magician here. So things are going to get real witchy. It's going to create that self-love that you're going to need in order to change your brain. And I'm hearing your subconscious. Save your subconscious so you're not in your head with 5 different voices. Oh, I should do this. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. No. You are going to come into clarity, and it starts with self-love. You're going to come into clarity, and you're going to fight for your worth, and you're going to start creating wealth from fighting for what it is that you are worth. Because with this new love that you have, an emotional offering that you are giving to yourself, get all these dusties out of here. Do your witchcraft for yourself so that you can get your self-love to quiet the voices in your head in order, with this Knight of Swords here, you're learning to stand your ground. You're learning to speak up for yourself. Remember, there's so much red energy in here. Here we've got a blue cape, and you're going to be able to voice what it is, and you're going to be able to use your words intelligently and cuttingly if you need to in order to say, hey, because I did all these beautiful spells and I know what my love for myself is like, I'm not going to let you put me in my head the way I've let people put me in my head in the past. Absolutely not. I've got tools. I'm using tools, and I am really good at using my tools. So I'm going to speak up for myself, and I'm going to use my tools, and on to the next one. On to the next one, because I have too much to build. I have too much to build, and I have too much love for myself. Be selfish with the love for yourself so that you can be a brat. You deserve to be a brat. You've spent your all this time people pleasing for all these people who don't deserve it. Pour it into yourself and be a brat. Be a brat. How can we be a brat? I want to know, how can we be a brat? Yeah. Hey. All right, one more. How can we be a brat? Let's get some brat energy here. I'm going to have to listen to Charlie XCX after this. Brat Girls. I know Brat Girl Summer was last year, but was that last year? Yeah. How can we be a brat? One more. Oh, I guess we get two more. Okay. How can we be a brat? When I said, yeah, the Queen of Swords came out. And so what did I say? When after doing the beautiful magic that we do, some spell work or whatever tactile thing, because like the magician, the high priestess, they both have these table full of the elemental tools of the pentacle, the sword, the wand, and the cup. All of those tools used together in order to create. So those tactile things, do it for self-love. You're going to find your voice. And like I said, we're still learning. We're in that night energy. But in order to truly be the brat, showing up as the Queen of Swords here. So the other advice about because as a people pleaser, it feels uncomfortable. It's going to feel uncomfortable to be in this brat energy. And so what else is coming through? We've got the Queen of Swords. Like, how do we embody this brat energy as recovering people pleasers, right? So we've got the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords inverse, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So being a brat and using the this Five of Swords energy, I'm really enjoying this card because there's one person, and this ties into the self-love spell work that I'm talking about. There's one person who's like, yeah, I'm doing this spell work, and the other two are like, oh my gosh. So that ties into not letting, that learning that night lesson of the voices in your head, the voice with the Five of Wands here and the Nine of Swords. Now it's going to be, you're going to practice, you're going to shift from, quieting the voices in your head to quieting the people and speaking up for yourself with this Five of Swords energy. And then with the Four of Swords inverse here, I just heard there's no rest for the wicked. So with this Four of Swords energy, it takes practice, and and so with this Seven of Cups here, it's going to take practice to be a brat, and it's going to take trying different methods with the Seven of Cups here, and to give yourself grace, humility, and comfort when you need it, because like I said, it's going to be uncomfortable. People might notice and be like, whoa, I feel like you're being bitchy, because no one gets to take your peace away. You're not being a rude person. You're still a kind-hearted person. But when you take away that people pleasing of people, because that dynamic, that codependent dynamic, that people pleasing, there's an enabler and there's an addict. And oftentimes in that process, and they don't have to be addicted. Sometimes they are addicted to alcohol and drugs, but they can be addicted to video games. They can be addicted to corn. They can be addicted to scrolling on social media. There's other things to be, but in essence, when those go unchecked or you're not working on them, they get abusive. And so when you start speaking up for yourself, those people are like, wait a second. Wait, no, you're not giving it to me anymore, because you shouldn't be. Because it puts you in a place where you have to go in and you have to rest like crazy. you're going to keep practicing. You're going to keep going, and you're going to use all these different methods of trying things out. And then you're finally going to learn with the Three of Wands which one works best for you. But you do have to try different methods. And that could be, what am I saying here? So this Seven of Cups here is really like, it's like all these different options, right? You got to play through these different options to see which one works best for you. And when you find that one, you're coming into Three of Wands energy. You're going to be so passionate about, I just heard your sovereignty, so passionate about your sovereignty like you've never been before. It's like, yeah, no, I've loved myself. Well, like, instead of actually just saying it, like, you're truly embodying it and stepping into it in a way you've never before, and really, really owning that power. We've got a lot to look forward to. Get ready to love yourself. And it's so awesome because I know it's the Three of Wands, but like, look, this just ties in so well because you have all these different methods, right, that you're learning and choosing how to be a brat, how to stand up for yourself and your peace and not being disturbed. You're using your voice, but you're also like, hey, I saw something online that I'm going to use. I saw there's somehow I'm going to throw money at it, or I'm going to travel and choose this to be a brat, or I'm going to grow something, or I'm going to make my own potion that's going to help me out. Like, you're going to do all these different things. And then when you come into this wand energy, you've narrowed it down to 3 that work for you, because the way that the wands are being represented in this card is she is like, literally, she's put her broom down. She doesn't need to fly away from the situation, i.e. dissociate from the situation and flee. She's standing her ground and she's using her wand. And if that wand's not going to work, she's going to put it back and she's going to grab the other wand and she's going to use that wand, because that one's going to work. You've cultivated these different ways in order to be a brat, to stand in your power, because it's your peace, your passions that are finally at play. Move everyone out of the way. Move them out of the way. The people that you've been building up, and they've not been building you up in return. No, you cannot hold space for that anymore. You are being built up and you're building yourself from the ground up. You started Justice inverse and who else was it inverse? And 10 of Swords inverse. You're building yourself back up from that energy. Ugh. Guys, we're so powerful. Is there anything more? Okay, what cards do we want? Do we want unicorns? Mermaids? And do we want dragons? No, mermaids. The mermaids are going to come through. All right, mermaids. With all of this beautiful, all of this beautiful stuff that we have coming for us, what do we have to look forward to? Ooh, anything else? What else? Ooh, that's too many. Nope. That's too many. What do we have with this reading? What do we have to look forward to? Maybe just one? Okay, I'll take 2. Ooh. I love it. What was I saying? Okay. So, from the mermaids, this is awesome, beautiful. We have, very first, showing up, positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Wow, cutting out negative people in our life is going to bring in positive. Who would have thought? I don't mean to be sarcastic or a bitch about it, but like, it's so, this energy is like, it's so simple. It's so simple. When you're able to see beyond the victim mentality of the Justice inverse and the 10 of Swords, and you're able to use your tools and manifest, you are coming into positive energy with positive people and good community. Because, like, look at all of those dolphins. Like, that's the community coming in. That's that bright, shining community. Yeah, wow. And I'm hearing a balance of that mental energy, especially with the pyramid. There's a pyramid right here that is like, that all of them are going to. And then next with the mermaids, we've got self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. What were we talking about? Getting these dusty people out. So, like I said, you've spent this time building people up in your life, and they're not building you up. You're building yourself up. You're getting yourself out of that. And I just heard pearls of wisdom. I don't know if those are pearls, but oh, they absolutely are pearls. Okay. So I just heard pearls of wisdom coming in through this self-employment. And then the last one is music for manifesting. What did I say with all the manifesting with the magician and the high priestess? To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. That's beautiful. I love this card. It's so beautiful. The crescent moon that she's sitting on. And you know, it's funny. So it's totally true. So my kiddo, she struggles to go to sleep at night. My guess, I mean, she's about to be 4, but my guess is she has ADHD, which wouldn't be surprising. And so she has a hard time going to sleep at night. We've switched around her routine. We talked to her doctor, and we've got it pretty good, like our routine, where like she'll play for a little bit, solo play, and then I'll go in, I'll read her books, and then we'll cuddle, and then lights out, right? But then she always comes out, my body's having a hard time sleeping, blah, blah, blah. My manifestation, I want the girl to go to sleep. I want her to go to sleep. So what have we been doing and has actually been working for her to go to sleep is I've been singing to her. And I don't have a song. I make it up every night. And I just talk about sheep and counting sheep and going to sleep and rhyming it best I can. And then she'll sing her own song. And then she'll say to me, okay, my body's ready to turn off. My body's ready to turn off. And then she'll go to sleep. So if that is I say that all just to give a little proof that like, in order to manifest, it said to manifest rapidly, chant, hum, sing, or play music. And if that means like making up a silly song, like me singing about sheep, 1, 2, 3, 4, looking up at the sky, do it. Do it. Even if you feel silly, that is a part of your toolbox. Your voice and your ideas are a part of your toolbox in manifesting. And so use music. And Kenna, what did I say earlier about singing to you the other day? Girl, we're going to be in our cars singing weird songs to ourselves and bringing in magic, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm going to take off. Kenna, is it late for you too? Is it like, I don't know, are you like an hour ahead or are you in the same time zone as me? It's 10:16 for me. Are you same time zone as me? Holy moly. Oh, wow. You're like east. Girl, what are you doing up so late? Girl, what you do? Girl. I'm glad you were here, though. I'm so glad you were here. Damn. So, that's 4 hours? Are you... you don't have to give your because I've got a friend in Canada who lives all the way in, like, the Yukon. And her time difference is, like, that's not wild. It's late here. I think she's only, like, 5 hours, because New York is 3, and I think the Yukon is 5 or 4, but anyway. Anyhoosers, boy. Sometimes reading gives me a runny nose. That's weird. Throat chakra issues. Is there a time difference with him? Kenna, we got to get rid of these dusty men. We got to stop entertaining it. Yeah, go back and take a look at it, because I asked, like, why do we entertain it? Oh, gotcha. Like, I don't know, like, my guy that came back is all the way in another country, like, far away, so I'm like, what am I doing? Why? Like, it's not in person. They're like, what? He was like, what do you need? And I was like, a person to be here in person, to hold me is what I need. Anyway, I know. Also, Kenna, look what I made today. Well, because I was totally, because during Nikki's live, I was making this. What do you think? And I made this morning during psychic school, and then I made this during Nikki's live as well. And then I made these during Nikki's, hair. I made these. This is a little shell, and then I made this right here. Cute. I am getting into wire wrapping. Yes, I am. Thank you. I've been called to wire wrapping for like a while now, and I have so many crystals. I have so many crystals, and I've had the wire. Oh, I know. It's just a matter of time. I know. And then I have a house full of furniture that I need to sell, like this couch behind me. I need to sell this couch because I'm not taking it with me. And I sold something today. I got almost $300 for it. It felt good. It felt good. I know. I mean, they're kind of janky. Like, it's a little janky, but I'll get better. The earrings I would totally sell. These earrings, they're cute. Like, I would totally sell. And I'm super into asymmetrical earrings. You too, Kenna. You too. That abundance and that money is coming in for both of us. This collective, we're rising. We're rising. Yes, so I actually was watching a woman doing that on TikTok today, and I followed her so I can get some tips. Like, this one is kind of like one of her designs, but like I said, hers is like super clean cut. Mine's still janky. I don't have the best of tools, but you know, you gotta work with what you got. So, yeah, and like my brain loves it. I love doing things like tight with like, yeah. My brain loves it. So, as well as, right. Well, also, when I saw her, she has a bunch of rings like this, and I was like, I have to have one of those rings. It's so cool. This one's a little unstable. I have to rethink the design on this one, but yeah, no, same. Like doing that at like, because one of my dreams is to like have my little tent at like fairs and stuff. And I would love to do that, but like not right now. That feels like pressure. Because I'd be like, oh, I have to get it done quickly. But yippers. All right, girl, I'm gonna go to bed. You have a great night. And I hope to see you in Coven soon. I don't know if I'll see you this week or soon, but I hope to see you there soon. All right. Good night, girl. All right, bye.